them off?
Well, yeah, what Rob did earlier, yeah. But some of them stay on, right? Yeah.
Hello everyone! Here we are in 2025, and once again, we are astonished by the dedication and effort you all continue to show. I'd like to thank each of you for coming tonight and supporting the fight against cancer. Before we begin, we ask that everyone takes out their phone and turns on their flashlight. As you can see, together, we light up the darkness. Now, please turn off your flashlight if you have or had cancer. Please turn off your flashlight if one of your parents has had cancer. Please turn off your flashlight if a sibling had cancer.
Please turn off your flashlight if a grandparent had cancer.
Please turn off your flashlight if a family member had cancer.
Please turn off your flashlight if you have been affected in any way by cancer.
Now, everyone, please turn your flashlights back on. You can all see that cancer has the ability to turn off our light and put us in darkness. But together, our hope can brighten that darkness.
Now, I kindly request that all of you turn off your phones or silent them in respect of the ceremony. I also invite all of you to keep conversations to a minimum, if not at all. This following ceremony is very vulnerable and emotional to a lot of participants.
We would like to introduce one of the survivors joining us tonight, Lydia, to speak about her experiences with cancer. Do this. Hello. I will begin with a statement that might surprise you. A part of me is grateful that this happened to me. Not that I was diagnosed with cancer, which I wouldn't wish on anyone, but more for the experience of having gone through what I have over the last 15 months of my life. But let me start further back with my mother. Her parents both lived into their 90s. She lived a healthy lifestyle and was a person to whom people went to for information and advice. In January of 2009, after months of coughing, sometimes uncontrollably, which was the first symptom of this type of cancer we later learned, And after several days of tests and blood work and being isolated because they thought she might have an airborne virus, she was diagnosed with end-stage lung cancer, which had metastasized to her spine and her brain. I have said many times that I would have been less surprised if she had been hit by a bus. She was gone in 3 months. No chemo, only radiation, her decision. She was practical to the end, exploring various products for their efficacy in relieving her symptoms, and spent her time enjoying her friends and family, especially her grandchildren, 2 of whom are here this evening. I am reminded of her whenever I see butterflies. Mine feels like a typical story. A friend that I worked with was diagnosed almost exactly a year before I was. As a 59-year-old woman who was a member of the breast screening program, I remember thinking multiple times I should really get a mammogram, as I had not gotten my usual reminder because of COVID. And then, due to my being incredibly busy wearing multiple hats, I didn't actually do anything about it until about a year later, when I finally got around to scheduling my annual physical, which I also had skipped during COVID. However, when my doctor asked if there was anything I needed, I immediately made sure I asked to get a requisition for all the lady tests, with emphasis on finally getting that mammogram. During that same physical, my doctor mentioned that there was some density in my left breast, and this would, of course, be checked by the mammogram. I learned later she had already suspected something during that examination. When I went for my mammogram, a technician asked if I had had my COVID vaccinations in my left arm, as it looked like one of my lymph nodes was enlarged. I remember being surprised, thinking that my vaccination from over a year ago would still be affecting my lymph nodes. Then, ultrasounds and another mammogram, and the official discovery of the lump. A lump that was pretty much in the middle of my breast, undetectable to me without assistance. And finally, the biopsy. With each appointment or test, I felt more and more like there was actually something there. So when I finally got the official news, I think it didn't really come as a surprise. It was only a couple of months ago when I realized that I have never cried about having cancer. My sister and father cried when they found out, as did my girls. Me, I just felt like wanting to know what happens next. Because in my head, I just needed to do what the doctor said and everything would be fine. I was scared when they told me after my surgery that upon analyzing the 21 lymph nodes that they removed, they discovered that they were all full of cancer. No tears though, just the fear of what that meant. It was the first time I heard my oncologist swear. I did cry with relief when I learned that after bone and CT scans that my lymph nodes had kept all the cancer in them. And last year, when Kavya sang The Climb, a song that epitomized my mother, I lost it right over there. I said earlier that my mother was a practical woman, and I think that I definitely inherited that trait from her. From the moment of my diagnosis, I started working toward the end goal. I went on leave from teaching 2 weeks later. My surgery was in January 2024. They removed the lump and 2 rows of lymph nodes. I rested and healed and followed all the steps for caring for the drain that had been placed under my arm after surgery. In the first half of February, I had my bone and CT scans and found out what fantastic lymph nodes I really had. I started my 8 chemo treatments on the last day of February and self-injected medication into my abdomen for several days after each treatment. I was frustrated when my body was not able to keep my hemoglobin levels high enough, delaying treatments 2 times. You know, I was on a schedule. I had a blood transfusion after my 7th treatment, as my hemoglobin levels were apparently dangerously low. All I knew was that I was getting really winded when I walked. Radiation treatments started during the second half of July. 19 treatments altogether every weekday. Strangely, I looked forward to those treatments, as for 20 minutes I would lie on a table in a dimly lit room, listening to a relaxing voice telling me to breathe in and hold, and breathe out. I joke that it was like a relaxing Zen spa's treatment, but it was a place that I had 20 minutes of calm each day where all I had to do was relax and breathe. Because I had a hormone-based cancer, I was given medication to put me into chemical menopause once the radiation treatments were completed, which I was to take before my final preventative surgery to remove my ovaries and fallopian tubes. Last year, I was here as a survivor of a lumpectomy and 1 chemo treatment. Today, I am so thrilled to share that I am now a true survivor, as I was pronounced cancer-free a couple of weeks ago. Oh my goodness, thank you. Okay, I'm not done yet, just a minute. There have been some tough moments during these last 15 months, like understanding the true meaning of chemo brain. I discovered quite early that I had to actually write things down before I forgot them. I remember going to grab my phone to make a note after 1 treatment and forgetting what I wanted to type by the time I had picked up the phone that was right beside me. For the musicians out there, I discovered that while playing keyboards for Little Mermaid in the middle of chemo, I had to write in all of the key and time signatures and even the counting for each bar because I couldn't remember them from the top of the page or even the beginning of the line. When I auditioned for Legally Blonde, I could not properly complete the dance audition because I was getting so out of breath. But there have also been many funny moments during this time. Shopping for wigs was pretty hysterical. Going to my dad's barbershop to see if they could do something about my hair when it was letting go after my first chemo treatments, and deciding to shave it all off because leaving it at 1 centimeter length made me look like I'd had an altercation with the lawnmower. Winning the scavenger hunt last year here at Relay by thinking way out of the box. Asking when the lack of appetite would kick in during my chemo treatments as I was eating like a crazy person, only to learn that the anti-nausea medications were filled with steroids. Being asked by a nurse what surgery I was going in for, and getting applause from a passing medical professional when I said, laparoscopic, prophylactic, blah, 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 oophorectomy. Being able to almost remember the entire name of this very long surgery that I was going to be having. As you may have already realized throughout this process, I was doing and continue to do activities and enjoying events that give me joy and nourish my spirit. I have seen more musicals and concerts than is probably healthy. I have been able to participate in both pit bands and choirs for local community theater productions. I have been able to rekindle friendships with some people that I've not seen in many years. And I have met and made many new friends, some of whom are here tonight. And I have truly taken the time, probably for the first time in my adult life, to take care of and focus on myself. One of the best things that my girls told me, okay, they need to wave. I have to embarrass them a little bit. They're right there. One of the best things that my girls told me was that because I wasn't stressing out, it helped them not to stress out. I give credit to the practicality of my mom. I truly just took things as they came, day by day, rested when I needed to, and followed all the advice of my doctors. One thing that I've discovered is that there is an unwritten rule amongst the people that I have met on this journey, especially from those whose own journey has crossed paths with mine. We are supportive of each other, no matter where we are in each of our own separate journeys. I have gotten so much positive support from a friend who is dealing with her 3rd bout with the beast. Despite her current struggle, she is extremely supportive of me and gives me lots of advice and wants to hear about how I'm doing. Because the guilt of doing well in this journey is real when you know people who are neck deep in their own battle. One thing I have learned Ask for help when you need it. Let people support you. And let people be inspired by you. What we have done is nothing short of a miracle. At the beginning, when I started speaking, I said that a part of me is grateful that this happened. And now, and I know it is easier to say because I have had such a positive outcome. My diagnosis made me stop in my tracks completely. I realized that the stress of my life, work and raising a family, and being a primary caregiver to my 94-year-old father, and all of my other commitments had been a large part of what landed me in this situation in the first place. I have learned that I can never go back to being that stressed, ever, or I will be back in the same predicament again. As I consider going back to work as a music teacher in September, I know I'm going to go back on my terms, with a slow return to work, working very part-time, to make sure that I am continuously able to monitor my progress and how I am feeling, to make sure that I continue to keep things in balance, with my own health and self-care at the forefront. I deserve and am determined to maintain my own mental and physical health so I can continue to be a survivor. As we're walking the track tonight, I know you will be remembering loved ones who have gone before. I also encourage you to continue to reach a helping hand of support and love to those you know and those you will meet who are in the battle of their lives. It really does help to lift us up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lydia, for sharing your story. Can we get another round of applause, please?
The Luminary ceremony provides an opportunity for us to unite and remember exactly why we participate in Reliving Life. It's a moment to grieve those we've lost to cancer and to reflect how the disease has touched everyone in this room.
During our reflections, it's also a chance to nurture hope. Regardless of our reasons for being here, we share the hope to have a future free from cancer. Join us in a moment of silence together to honor those we've lost to cancer. This evening, you have all crafted luminaries that are now lighting up the track. These luminaries represent cherished relationships, people with names and stories. There are loved ones, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, grandparents, and friends. We're here tonight to remember them as we come together to battle cancer on their behalf. Throughout the luminary ceremony, take a moment to read and understand why those around you are here tonight. You will notice that the luminaries are lit with a small tea light. Our committee is handing out tea lights to each of you. We ask that you hold on to these lights for the first lap of the luminary ceremony. Then during the next lap, or even the ones after, please place your light next to a luminary that you resonate with, or one that evokes memories or emotion. If you see a tea light next to your luminary, let this serve as a reminder that none of us are in this alone. At this time, I invite everyone to join together in walking the luminary ceremony.
Could have been my happy ever after, living like we're in a fairy tale. You and me were more like a disaster. I should have been intoxicated by your reputation. I can see the mischief in your eyes. Trusting you despite my reservation. Now I'm lost. I was sorry. all this love. You wanted it, and I was wrong. I let you in, and I should have run. Now all that's left is something wrong. I gave you all I had to lose. My skin, my soul, my finest jewels. You stole it all for someone new, and then you gave away the best of me. My sins, my sweetest ecstasy, to someone worth much less than me. Yeah, you're my Robin Hood. Everybody says that you're so great, yeah. Walk around like you deserve that gold. But what would happen if they knew the place that you got it from? I guess that I was just another victim, someone that you thought that you could play. I had a feeling and I should have listened. Now there's no one. I was so ready with all this love. You wanted it, and I was so dumb. I let you in, and I should have run. Now all that's left is something dumb. I gave you all I had to lose. My skin, my soul, my finest jewels. You stole it all for someone new, and then you gave away the best of me. My sins, my sweetest ecstasy, to someone worth much less than me. Yeah, you're my Robin Hood.
safe and sound at night. Little girls depend on things like that. Brush my teeth and comb my hair, had to drive me everywhere. You were always there when I looked back. You had to do it all alone, make a living, make a home. Must have been as hard as it could be. And when I couldn't sleep at night, scared things wouldn't turn out right, you would hold my hand and sing to me. Caterpillar in the tree, how you wonder who you'll be. Can't go far, but you can always dream. Wish you may and wish you might. Don't you worry, hold on tight. I promise you there will come a day. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Got your wings now, you can't stay. Take those dreams and make them all come true. Butterfly, fly away. You've been waiting for this day. All along you've known just what to do. Butterfly, 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 fly away. Butterfly, fly away. Butterfly, fly away. There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car, there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today tells of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. You know they won't win. walking again to a beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in and they come to build a wall between us. You know they won't win. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, don't let them when they come, Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
Walking down 29th Park, I saw you in Amazon. Only a month we've been apart. You look happier. Saw you walk inside a bar. You said something to make you laugh. I saw that both your smiles were twice as wide as ours. Yeah, you look happier, you do. Ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody love you like I do. Promise that I will not take it personal, baby, if you're moving on with someone new. Baby, you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too. And until then I smile and true, that I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah. Sat in the corner of the room. Everything's reminding me of you. Nursing an empty bottle and telling myself you're happier, you. Well, ain't nobody hurt you like I hurt you, but ain't nobody need you like I do. I know that there's others that deserve you, but my darling, I am still in love with you. But I guess you look happier, you do. My friends told me one day I'll feel it too. I could try to slide the truth, but I know I was happier with you. Hey yeah, hey yeah. Hey breaks your heart like lovers do. Just know that I'll be waiting here for you. How was I to know? It's a crazy thing. I showed you my hand, and you still let me win. Who was I to say that this was meant to be? The road that was broken brought us together, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that would give you a diamond ring. When I fall, you see the best in me, the joker and the queen. I was upside down from the outside in. You came to the table and you went on with a single word and a gentle touch. You turned a moment into forever, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that could give you a diamond ring. When I fall, you see the best in me, the joker and the queen. And I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts